outside the dumpster.
Sunday morning.
It is. It's just kind of compressed into the window.
So we should really clean this
It's
up.
art.
Good morning, people.
Good morning, Fort Wayne.
Yeah, and happy Mother's Day
Sundry
to
other places.
any mothers that may actually watch this show. I'm sure there's at least
If you don't watch the show, have a horrible Mother's Day, okay?
Yeah, we have no happy Mother's Day if you don't watch the show.
Yeah.
This is what, week number 5 of the show?
17.
And, spoiler alert, we actually have a show name now.
We
We'll get to
had
that.
like a placeholder name before, a working development title.
Yeah, it was terrible.
What?
So we had some voting done, and oh wait, where are we at today?
We had some
we
voting.
are let's talk about where
voting.
we are. We are on the church bus.
On the church bus.
We are not running the church bus, but we're on the church bus.
They would not allow us on the city bus anymore.
Yeah, we got kicked off. They revoked our city pass. Can't
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
church
changed.
is starting up again today for Sunday morning only, but obviously, because of social distancing guidelines, we can't run the bus. So, if you're
But
able to
for
drive
people.
in, we would encourage that. But Sunday morning only, we will be having service here at the church and following social distancing guidelines. Sunday night and Thursday night, we are still live streaming, which can be found at the link in the top corner.
If any of the bus kids come to church and like come say hi to us, or do you? Can we give them candy?
Yeah, well, we can do that.
Okay.
We'll give candy. If any of you guys come to church, the bus kids come to church, we will give you candy.
Yep. Come see Brother Josiah, Miss Hannah, something
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
All right, let's talk about our show name. We finally have a show name. So let's talk about what our options were. We had a bracket-style draft, or not draft, but voting, whatever, poll last
We had a
week.
Kumite.
So we
Tournament of
had,
Death.
our options were the Al and Joe show.
Yes.
You can hold that, Brother Al. Oh, somebody's texting me. I better see who that is.
Oh, your
It is our
credit
special
score is
guest.
plunging.
Somebody needs to go find our special guest because they can't find us.
They're hidden.
They are hiding. All right, and then our second option, it was Al and Joe in the morning.
Al and Joe in the morning.
Not confused with Troy and Abed in the morning. We also had, and these are the two finalists that came down to, was Sons of Blunder
Sons of Blunder.
and Super Broders.
Super Broders.
And the winner was, the new name of our show is Super Broders.
Yeah.
All right,
you
we will
made the
now
right choice.
be known as the Super
You
Broders
made
Show.
the right choice.
Yes, thank you. Oh, look, our special guest is
Super
now
Broders
calling
Show.
us. They are now calling us. I will reject that call because we are live. All right, let's get into our next segment, which is Verse of the Week.
Verse of the Week.
There we go. All right, what verse do you have for these
All
trying
right.
times?
For these trying times, as a jewel of gold in a swine, that's a pig,
Oh.
snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Oh, that's perfect for
Proverbs
Mother's
11:22.
Day. Perfect for Mother's Day.
Yes, yes.
Is that witch as in like...
90% of all mothers are women,
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
statistically, yes.
that surprises me.
So A, all Bible is good.
Yeah.
B, okay, we need to talk to some of y'all, alright? Look, if she is a pig,
Like that
probably
Penelope?
don't date her, alright? Okay? If
She's a witch.
Yeah, if she's a witch, don't
She's a
date her.
witch.
Yep. If she's got snot in the snout, probably don't date her.
No.
If her nose is big enough to insert a full jewel of gold in her nose, in her schnoz,
That's a big one.
you know,
That's a big one.
probably don't date her.
Yeah, you
Maybe
probably shouldn't
Jewish
do that.
thing, though.
Well, look, I'm
So,
as tall as you are.
some
now.
application there. Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
if
That is a great verse, Brother Al. Thank you for, Oh, you like my dog. She gets down there like that. That's a great verse, Brother Al. Thank you for that. Let's move along
it's an inspiring
into
verse.
our next segment. In this
Inspirational.
next segment is Al and Joe's COVID contraption of the week.
Oh.
But this wasn't our idea. This was sent in to us by Mr. Joshua Taylug, a resident here in
Joshua.
America, headed to New Zealand pretty soon, so kind of sketchy if you ask me.
Probably
he
tired of
sent
the
these.
government.
He sent in something called the self-hand sanitizing sanitation gloves. And we are going to, not these gloves, these are just to protect us because we still have a show to do after we put these gloves on. So, Al, do you want to get that bucket and bring it up here?
If I must.
Yes, alright, so these gloves, oh boy, these gloves are full of hand sanitizer. I mean, you can't have too much hand sanitizer these days.
No.
No way, Jose. So what we've got, I gotta get these gloves up high as high as I can get them without scratching.
It only goes so far, okay? Like,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
know,
rip
I'm
them.
trying to figure that out.
These aren't for like calving, okay?
Yeah, okay, great. Alright, so these gloves we've taken garden gloves and we have filled them with hand sanitizer. They're hand sanitizing sanitation gloves. So they will keep your hands safe
and any
sanitized
surface
at
you
all times.
touch, if
Immediately becomes sanitized.
if
right?
somebody else is not like doing the 6-foot social distancing, okay, you can give them the slap of sanitization.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's little marks people know. And
Sometimes you get a little
All right.
collateral damage with that.
Let's figure out how to put these things on. All right, I believe we need to shove our hands down into these gloves, right, Brother Al?
For full immersion of the sanitization.
Let's
Yes.
make sure I get a right.
I was
right
gonna
glove.
check. Yeah, I was gonna check, and then I was like, oh, it probably doesn't matter.
Probably doesn't matter. So here's what those gloves look like. Oh man. Oh, I can feel immediately my hands
Are clean.
are so clean right now.
So clean.
So
It's
clean.
uncanny.
I
yes.
can't even.
And it's
there's
like a
so much
perfect
cleanliness. Your gloves
fit.
on backwards.
Well, yeah, okay.
Oh man, it's like so clean right now.
But despite user error, you still sanitize.
They're also very cold.
That is the beauty of this product.
I don't think
That's
I
how
knew
genius this is.
sanitizer was cold like this.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think
in
I
large
knew.
amounts.
Look at that. Look at all that coming out
Well,
of there. That's
why do you
just
think
perfect.
hospitals keep it cold? Is that the germs die.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. High five. High five. All right, can we get another one on, or do we want to stop there? We could try and get one on. You know, it smells
I'm
really
out
good
of hands.
too. You're out
I'm
of
out of hands.
You're out of hands.
Yeah, you can do different scents with the hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, this one
And,
I
you know.
think it's like a blue raspberry scent.
Yeah, I think on my next order, I'm gonna go with the orange citrus. I mean, it's perfect for all kinds of interactions, shaking hands. If,
Look, we got Mickey hands.
you know, I don't think the church is officially
All right, now we
doing it
gotta
anymore.
shake our
but,
hands.
Yep.
Oh
And
yes. See
look,
all the hand sanitizer
Yeah,
oozing out.
yeah. Yeah,
So safe.
that is health care.
So
That is health.
sanitary. All right, we can
COVID cannot stand up to this.
No,
Okay?
it can't. It just
This
won't.
is.
Just
I've
say
read
goodbye.
the reviews.
Say goodbye to
Karen
COVID.
from Wisconsin in the reviews said that this is scientifically proven, and I trust her.
Oh look, now we can teach kids how to take their gloves off.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. It's really hard to do when.
When one of them's all sticky.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. When you get these gloves off of here, there's that. And you take your 2 fingers and go inside the glove like so. And voila. That is the, what did I call those? The self-hand sanitizing sanitation gloves by Mr. Joshua K-Lug.
Trademark
Thank you for
pending.
that. You will definitely hear our thoughts about that later. So, alright, we need to move on into our next segment. Let me just roll this up here so we don't get a bunch of gunk
Segment?
on that. Segment number 3, which is our Phone a Kid segment. What do I know?
How is segment 3 fifth on the list? This does not make sense.
You know what? Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
I
Alright,
did.
so Phone a Kid.
Good.
Today we are calling Miss Sylvia, who lives here in America. I think Brother Al has her phone number. Hopefully she is awake and ready to be heard on the show today. That would be Miss Sylvia. And she is playing for her very own pair of gloves, not the self-hand sanitizing sanitation gloves. We can't give those away because they're too important. We don't want to lose them.
Those are prototypes. We're
So,
not giving
yeah.
those away.
So Sylvia will be playing for these
you guys
beautiful,
buy your own when it goes to marketing. right?
beautiful gloves here today that will protect your hands for one use only. Have you called her yet? Do you get a hold of her yet?
No, I have not.
All right, let's go ahead and call her and let's get this moving. This segment moving.
Sylvia.
Oh man, I should have. I
Durga?
saw her yesterday.
Durga?
Me and Miss Hannah stopped by and visited, but I should have asked her
All right,
some
it's ringing.
questions
It's ringing.
so that I could cheat, so I can win. But all right.
Hello?
Hello.
Is
Oh,
this
yeah.
Sylvia?
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
Is Trisha there too?
She's in the shower.
Oh, thanks for that. Okay,
Okay.
great.
I'll
All right,
need
Miss Sylvia.
Have you been watching the show at all?
Don't lie to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
convincing.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah,
put
are
my-
you familiar with the questions?
Kind of.
Okay,
Alright,
that's
that's
alright.
okay.
I will ask them again, and I think we even swapped some of them out to make it more relevant. Okay?
Oh, good, good. I'm gonna
Alright.
turn my music on so I can't
Brother
hear.
Josiah is getting the music ready so that he can't hear. This
Dude.
week you are playing for a pair of unused gloves, alright? In case
Okay.
you need to get out there and interact with the public with the quarantine, okay? And so we're going to start you off on these questions. If Brother Joe gets 3 out of 5 of these correct, you will win the gloves. So we are rooting for you on this. Let's start with a biblical one. Which book of the Bible do you prefer, Genesis or Revelations?
Genesis.
Okay, that is the popular choice at this point. What month is your birthday?
August.
August?
Mhm.
How old will you be this year?
15.
15. Okay, all right. It's just a magical age. Which of the Toy Story movies is your favorite?
Ooh. 3?
3?
Just said 3.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. I don't know if I've had anybody choose that one so far. Do you know anyone in real life that got the COVID-19? They got the coronavirus. Somebody?
Nope.
No? Okay. No distant cousins or anything?
Nope.
And last question. Which would you prefer? Little Debbie's or Twinkies?
Ooh. Little Debbie's.
Oh, yeah. See, I agree with you, but I grew up on those.
Trisha. Why? Karen. Benjamin.
Oh, the joy of siblings. All right. I'm going to have Brother Joe take off his headphones, and then we are going to get ready to go.
Did she answer the questions?
She did, yes. Now you have to answer the questions.
Oh boy.
And you have to get them right, preferably, okay?
Yeah.
Sylvia wants to win the gloves.
Yeah, she does. She needs the gloves.
All right. We changed up one or two of the questions,
Aw,
but the
man.
first one is still one you are used to. Which book of the Bible did she prefer, Genesis or Revelation?
I'm gonna go with Genesis today.
That is correct. I'm waiting for a sound effect.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it was. Yes, it was doing something over there.
in what month is Sylvia's birthday? Got like a 1 in 12 chance?
I'm gonna go with August.
That is correct. Did you check?
No, I didn't check.
That is a lucky guess.
That's a lucky guess.
Which of the Toy Story movies was her favorite?
I'm gonna go with old number 1.
That is wrong.
Oh, come on! Come on.
Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you for President Trump.
Yes. Does she know anybody in real life that has the COVID?
COVID-19.
Yeah, 19, the current model. Yes.
Okay.
Until they come out with COVID-20.
I'm gonna guess no.
That is correct.
Oh, yeah! We haven't talked to anybody that knows.
All right, that is actually 3 out of 5, but we'll go ahead and ask
give me
the
that
last one
Give
anyway.
me that last one.
What did she prefer, Little Debbie's or Twinkies?
I'm gonna go with Little Debbie's.
Little Debbie's, that is correct as well.
Yeah! Woo!
4 out of 5. I'm not sure what our record is. Have we ever done 5 out
I
of
think
5?
the very first week we did 5 out of 5. When
We
we
did?
reviewed that
Okay.
weird guy, Brother Allen, the geeky 4th grader.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Poor child. Hope he gets that operation soon.
Yeah.
Sylvia, thank you so much for playing. We'll make sure that our special team of specialists gets your prize by this afternoon, unless they run into traffic, and then they can take till tomorrow. But they will be on their way as soon as possible. Thank you so much for playing, Sylvia. Looks it.
Are you having a nice day so far, Miss Julie?
Well, I woke up, so it's been good.
Oh, good. Yeah, she's
And I've got
almost on time.
Coffee, so that helps.
Yeah.
She's mostly not deadly, so.
Yes.
Hashtag not a sponsor. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Hashtag not sponsor Speedway. We wish Speedway would sponsor us, though. That would be great.
I would, but they already increased their prices. Like, they're like, okay, shutdown's done, guys. We're back to full
I know,
price.
that's crazy. All right, let's get to some questions from Miss Julie. She's our mom, so we want to know some things about her because we don't know much about her.
Nope.
So here is our first question. How many times have you moved in your life?
Well, I don't remember specifically. At least 16.
16 times she has moved in her life, and she's only 30 years old.
The
So
joys of truancy.
that's crazy that she's moved 16 times in 30 years.
Yes.
That's a lot of moving. So what was the best house you ever lived in?
Oh, the best house? I would say the house in the woods.
The house in the woods, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a house in the woods. It was great.
Yeah.
Custom
You
built
remember
it.
that house?
Yeah.
Moved a year later.
Yeah, we built it. Then
Yeah,
we
we lived there a whole 3 years.
Yeah, it
we
was
were
great.
there 3
Was I even
years.
alive
Yes.
at that point?
Really
I was
Yes.
2 when we moved?
You
Oh.
were born. We moved in December, and you were born in March.
Oh, okay. So I got to spend a few months there. It
Yeah.
was great. All right,
And
next
diapers.
question. Oh, let's see here. How about this one? What was it like raising us two guys? Us two boys. What was it like?
Well, you were a
Antagonistic.
breeze.
I was easy. You hear that? I was a breeze.
He was not. He was like lied about everything.
No, I was not. I had to lie to
We
keep
can
you
see
out of
what the
trouble.
challenge
Constantly.
was.
Constantly getting me in trouble.
Oh, should I start the stories of the way I had to lie to keep you out of trouble to cover for you?
It was like 2 times.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
and which one
You
of you
lied
two got
plenty
more
of times.
spankings?
Yeah,
Because
I
he set me up.
I
Oh,
didn't say
no.
I was just a kid.
If I had had a lawyer, things would have been different.
No bitterness here. No bitterness here. All right, next question.
Just
Who-
truth.
Which one of us is more like you? And how?
Alex, I would have to say.
It's the armpit hair.
It's
Let's
oh,
shave.
wow. That's Mother's
Me
Day.
too, yeah.
Why would you say that he's more like you? In what ways is he more like you?
Well, because we think a lot alike.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't. I'm more like our father. Hence the sons of blunder thing. Well, we already answered this one, but who got in more trouble growing up? Yeah, that one over there, the older one, the instigator. Okay, next question.
Who was failed by the justice system more growing up?
Yeah, okay, all right. Everybody's a victim. Everybody's a victim. All right, who was easier to raise, boys or girls? We also have 2 sisters that are no longer with us. They're just
Oh, boys.
in another state. Not like
Boys
they're dead or
are
anything.
so much
Another
easier to
country.
raise than
Mexico and
girls.
Ohio.
Oh, so you hear that? Boys are easier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're the easier
Yeah.
ones to
In
raise.
spite of it all, it was still
Yes.
easier than...
Especially those of you from the bus.
Especially one child in particular.
Y'all know Miss Nia.
Yeah, y'all know Miss Mule. See, here's the crazy thing: is me and brother Al had to share rooms the entire time we lived at home, and the girls got their own rooms at like the age of 3 or something like that. It was annoying.
They went on a hunger strike.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
annoying. So, all right, and then let's. Do you have any funny stories about us? Were you able to come up with any that you think of?
Well, I don't... Some, but, you know, I don't have that great of a memory.
Oh, okay.
But, you know,
She's old.
but yeah.
It's 30.
One came to mind, if you recall, the time when we were traveling a lot with Dad, and
It was like that was like a couple years.
endless car trips, and how you and Neola around 8 o'clock at night would just suddenly go wild.
That's Nia.
Do you remember?
Nia.
Oh yeah, right.
We had stories about that at the window.
Yeah, you were heavily involved. It wasn't you in the very back seat.
Yeah, we
And
just
then we would go crazy for like an hour and a half, 2 hours before you guys finally.
conked out.
Yes, basically.
Oh, that's good.
And every once in a while, Alex joined in, but for the most part, it was those 2 littlest ones in the very back seat.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Always a
I can
problem.
see that.
And then my favorite story about Alex, one of my favorites, was when he always had this thing. If you told him no, don't touch or whatever, then he absolutely had to do it.
Yes.
Mhm.
The electric fence, the chainsaw. I'm not making that up.
Change. I don't know anything about. You don't touch the Christmas lights. And so we're walking up the stairs one day, going into the house, and everyone you're touching, saying, "Don't touch, don't touch,
Oh, man.
don't touch."
No wonder you're-
Every one of them.
Now we know where your
do
kid
not
gets
recall
it
that
from.
incident.
You were just you were about 2.
We know where your kid gets it from now. For now. All right, and then if you had to use one word to describe each of us, what would that word be?
Oh dear. Oh, I didn't think about this.
Superfluous.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nugatory.
Superfluid. Flexible.
Let's
And-
see.
Flatulent.
Hey! Told you I'm clean now.
That
Well,
oatmeal.
let's see. Alex would be an old soul.
Well, so that's 2 words, but okay, we'll take it.
Well,
If we hyphenate, you can count
Oh,
it as
okay,
yeah.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know?
Also.
Yeah. Right.
Also.
And, let's see. I forgot to think about these.
We can tell.
I did mention this to you last night.
You
but
did. Yep, you did. This is what I
Yesterday
forgot about because I was
morning,
trying to
afternoon.
think of funny stories the entire night. You would probably be the sweetheart.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's great.
Because you were.
Cherub.
When you were, yes. Yeah, Grammy's.
Grandma called me.
Yeah.
Because I was her
She still
favorite.
calls you that.
Yep.
Because he was
Yeah.
the fat little angel.
All right, and we will end with this question. Which one of us is your favorite? No, you don't have to answer that. All right, Mom, we can let you go.
I can't.
Yeah, I know. We can't answer that in front of Alex, so for Al. So it's not Miss Hannah.
Only because I've been misrepresented in
All right,
court.
thank you, Miss Julie Schroeder, our mother. We will see you in church here in a little bit.
Yep.
And we will let you.
She'll
go
be there
ahead
at
and
church.
have-
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day again. Happy Mother's Day. All right, let's talk about our trivia giveaway. Oh, again, once again this week, nobody answered. Great. So
What?
We're going to Starbucks this afternoon, but Al. me
Cool.
and you.
Cool, cool, cool.
All right, we are going to
Bring
open
me
this
something.
up. Yeah, we'll bring Miss Mom something.
A napkin.
So here's what's going to
It's
happen.
like Dad always used
is-
to get us.
Obviously, the pot has grown from $5 to $10 this week for the trivia giveaway. We always ask a trivia question. You've got till Tuesday night to answer it on our social media sites. Well, we're now opening this up to anybody that watches the show. If
Oh,
you're
great.
watching the show before Tuesday night, you can enter. We don't care how old you are. I don't know where I was going with that. We don't care how old you are, what you look like, ugly, fat, skinny, tall.
Ethnicity, gender fluidity. We don't care.
You can enter and
We
win.
don't care.
We don't care if you live in New Zealand because we're not sending it to you. So,
Yeah.
or Mexico.
We don't even
No, we'll
care
get
if you're
it too.
Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know about the Canadians.
Hey, they have
So
rights
we
too.
open it up to anybody. So anybody can answer the trivia question at the end of the show. Because evidently the bus kids don't want to answer it and win free money. So we'll give it to anybody. So that's how that is going to go. We will draw that each week. So
Yes,
$10
exactly.
this week for Starbucks. We will get into our last segment. We've got to go quickly, which is our Bible lesson. We've been taking it out of Psalms chapter 101.
Out of context.
Yeah, we've been taking it out of context. No, we have not done that. And we talked last week about this is a great psalm for how we as teenagers and young people and even Christians, whatever age group, are supposed to live according to the Bible. And we looked at in verse 1, I will tell others of the mercy that God has shown me. You got to tell others about God and about salvation. That's what we're supposed to do. We talked about I will act in a right way in verse chapter 2. You got to act right, young people. You can act goofy, but make sure you do it in the right way. And act in the right way when no one else is around, when people are around, when you're with just your friends. We talked about also in verse 2, I'll be the right example for those around me. You've got to set a good example, which means you've got to live right. And then we also talked about in verse 3, I will guard myself from seeing the wrong types of things. This is guys and girls both. You've got to protect yourself from watching the wrong types of things and from looking at the wrong types of things online. And our next point, we'll pull out of verse 4. I've got to move very quickly. It says, a forward heart shall depart from me. I will not know a wicked person. A godly young person, a godly Christian says, I will have the right kind of friends.
Yeah.
Do your friends encourage you to do right things? Or are they the type that, hey, are like, hey, let's go make a works bomb, or let's go TP somebody? What kind of friends do you have? I'm using that because we used to do that kind of stuff. We don't anymore. We're clean now. We're all good. But do your friends desire to do right things? And I mean, an example of this is successful people surround themselves with other successful people. Millionaires and billionaires don't hang out with poor people. They hang out with other successful people. It's just true. They surround themselves with successful people. Well, we should take that and apply it to we as Christians. Godly people surround themselves with other godly people. And worldly people surround themselves with other worldly people. And we can tell. It's very obvious, or it's very apparent when you look at a group of young people, which are worldly and look like the world and want to be like the world, and which are godly and don't want to be like the world. They all find each other. It is so easy to see it.
Yeah.
Because this group over here is talking about anything other than church. They're talking about all kinds of sports, Star Wars. That's all they talk about. That kind of stuff. Girls, guys, relationships. And this group over here says, hey, man, we were out visiting the bus route yesterday. We did this. Or we're talking to this bus kid. Or we're out so many. They don't only talk about that. But the majority of their conversation is good, clean conversation. It isn't about themselves. So the people you hang out with and the friends you make now will determine who you turn out to be. And in verse 8 talks about, it says, I will early destroy all the wicked of the land, that I may cut off all the wicked doers from the city of the Lord. And what I take out of that is I will not tolerate sin now in my life in order to control its spread later. If you can control your sin problem now and get it under control, it'll be a lot easier to control it later on. Not to say you won't have any problem with it, but if you let sin take hold, then later on it's going to be a big, big problem.
Yeah. Those
little sins you do now will turn into a mighty fortress of sin later on. You just start now, I'm just going to watch this movie. There's a little bit of inappropriateness in it, a little bit of nudity, that kind of stuff in it. But it's just one of those, I'm just get past it. Well, then it turns into now you're watching all kinds of junk. And you see it in these movies that are just full of it. It all started with, I'm just going to watch this a little bit. I'm just going to listen to this one song. I heard it in a commercial. It sounded awesome. I'm just going to listen to it now. Next thing you know, you're in your car, you're with your friends, and all you listen to is the wrong type of music. You think it's just a little bit of fun right now, but it leads to great sorrow, young people. The Bible talks about when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. The end of sin is not a pretty place to be. Establish your boundaries now to protect your future self. And your future self will thank you for it. There is a way to act as teenagers, and Psalms 101 lays it out. Fairly good guideline. So how does your lifestyle measure up to the passage of Scripture? Are you doing these things? This is what God says we should be doing. Let's have a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day. We ask you to help these young people to live for you. Lord, we ask you to help us or that you would allow us to all get back together here at church soon and be able to run the buses again. In your name, amen. Let's talk about that trivia question.
Trivia question.
Don't forget to enter by Tuesday night on our social media pages. But we mentioned it quite a few times. Trivia question for the week. For $10 Starbucks gift card, open anybody. Question is, what is our mom's first name? No, it's not mom. No, it's not mother.
Not
She has
your mother, our mother.
Not your mother. Our mother's first name. We said it many times. So we'll be back probably next week. We'll be making some changes here and there as we get out of this COVID-19 stuff. And we hope to see you guys, and y'all be good out there.
Y'all be safe out there.
We should have the bus moving the whole time. That would be cool.